Listen guys, there's a lot going on astrologically right now, and I'm sure everybody's feeling it. A lot of like static, a lot of tension. It's very similar to what you get on the edges of Mercury retrograde. The influence of retrograde normally doesn't even start, if it was a normal kind of thing, it wouldn't start until the 6th, which is the new moon. Coincides, that's an interesting thing in itself because it sets itself up for a peak followed by a fall. But what we have tomorrow is Uranus retrograde, guys. Based on my research, some astrologers really swear by Uranus. It has an extreme impact. It's the most impactful planet of all the planets when it comes to the stock market in certain people's eyes. I'm still kind of like researching that, making up my mind about it, but it does definitely affect, just like Mercury does. And it's like a higher octave of Mercury. So the issue being, we have Uranus retrograde tomorrow. We're in a waxing moon cycle, which is usually the downward trend of the month, going into a full moon, which is on Sunday the 22nd. So Uranus retrograde on the 19th, the 22nd full moons coincide with market bottoms. And then we've got one more week. We have Venus trine Saturn on Monday the 23rd. Those planets in combination, they're bearish kind of thing. And then we have another one like that, the Sun quincux Saturn, that's on the 31st. This is a sharp dip that we're having now. Like I said, over the next 6 weeks, there's going to be another one as we go into another big decline. So this may just be like a drop, a little bit of a sideways thing, and then down some more. This correction has already started. People don't realize it yet, but it has already started, and it's going to be an intense one, guys, based on these astrological signatures all kind of like lining up in sequence, especially the fact that the new moon, which new moons usually coincide with the local top to a market, so the new moon coincides with the exact day of the pre-shadow for Mercury retrograde, and that's where you start to get a lot of static, a lot of disruption, not just in the stock market, everywhere, but the stock market is really like a measurement of it visually. So with that said, I think we could easily see 318. It's a possibility. We could see 318 on the SPY. I think it's a strong possibility over the next 6 weeks. As far as the tarot is concerned, during September and the end of August for the S&P, I've never seen so many impressions for a market correction ever. So it's a pretty clear indication that there's some strong downward movements ahead of us shortly, imminent. And Friday the 20th, we have 3 aces in the reading. That rarely happens, so that'll be a wild, wild day as well. I think we'll probably see a high and a low for the week on that day, at least for the week. So basically what I've done is, I guess it was last week in one of the videos, I stated the top of the month of August and possibly for the year was going to be right around the 442 to 443 level. It was a little bit off because we went up to 447, so it's like 3 points, 4 points off so far. But what I did is when I saw these things go above, based on the tarot and seeing what it was going to do, that it was going to turn around, I purchased put positions at probably like the most ideal moment. So I'm just riding them. They're going to keep appreciating. There's going to be roughly 6 technical levels that we kind of like do a we might just break through them or we might bounce. But there's 6 that are significant moments over the next 6 weeks.